So Maldini, the Italian player and captain, after leaving football, went into tennis. Since I'm a big fan of Maldini, I thought I'd make a tennis ball in Blender and create a texture for it. Let me show you how to do it. Alright, let's make a tennis ball together. If you're new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. By the way, I've also provided a complete beginner to advanced tutorial on Blender. Watch that first, and if you already know everything, we can move on to the advanced project-based section. So, are you ready? Let's get started. I'm deleting the cube and selecting the Z angles. First, I press Shift+A on my keyboard and choose the circle object from the menu. Next, I head over to the UV Editing Workspace tab, navigate to Warping, and then I go ahead and select exactly half of it. Finally, I select Edge, and that looks okay. Alright, I press P so it splits it into two pieces for me. You see? This one is down here, that one is up there. Alright, I go to Object Mode, select the top one, and then go to Transform. You can also use the shortcut key RY to rotate it 90 degrees. Now from the Transform section, I set the rotation to 90 degrees. Okay. If I go ahead and select the top one and set the rotation to 90 degrees, okay. As I zoom in closer, I can see that everything is looking correct. Now I will switch back over to Object Mode, and then from within the Layout section, I am going to carefully select these two specific items here. I also check in Edit Mode. Okay. Select both with A, right-click, and choose Join. Go to Object Mode, right-click, and select Join. The shortcut key is Ctrl+J. That's it. Now at this point, I hold down both the Alt and Shift keys and carefully select these specific parts of the model. Let's see if the bottom part is selected, right? Okay. Alright, it's fully selected. We assign it to the data group. Okay. Now let's move on to the material. We'll give a colored material to our entire work. I'll come here to the render section so you can see as well. Alright, I'll make its color green and a bit darker too. Okay, now I'll go back to the data section again. Alright, look, when I click this select, it shows me this line. Okay, alright, now I'm going to press Ctrl+B on my keyboard to give this edge just a little bit of a bevel effect. Okay, then I go to the Extrude section. Extrude normal. I'll push it in a bit. Okay, we've pushed it all in. Alright, now let's go back to material. I'll assign it another material. This one should be white. To create a bevel for this part, click on Assign. Look, it's been created for you. Now let's switch to Object Mode. Let's also add a bit of Subdivision surface to smooth it out. Alright then, that sounds good. Okay, I'll set it to 2. I'll apply it as well. Now it's completely smooth. Okay. Alright. Don't worry, we'll make sure to fix these lines at a later stage in our workflow as well. Alright, let's move on to the section regarding the particle system. I select hair and reduce its size to the amount I want. That's enough. Okay. Now let's go to children and click on this section. Now I'll increase this as well to the amount I want. The numbers are up to you, how much you want to increase or decrease them. I'll set it a bit higher to 250. As I said, the numbers are up to you. I'm saying, guys, it's also applied to the white area. Come down to the Vertex Group section and select your group here. See? Then click on this option. It becomes the opposite, so that part won't be selected anymore. Only the white areas, which are actually the green screen parts that catch the hair, will be selected. Okay? Now I move on to the refine and either set a value or change the value. This part is really up to personal preference. For example, I set this specific one to 38 to create its overall shape. For this next one, the size is actually fine as it is, so I don't have a problem with it. For this one here, I set it to 60, let's see. Okay, that's way too much, so I'll set it to the value of 5 instead. Okay, for this one too, I set it, and as for its particular shape, I won't be making any changes to it. For its randomness, I'll set it to the values of 5 and 4. Okay, alright, so that's our finished tennis ball. I hope you enjoyed it and that you have fun working with it. Well, I hope you liked this tutorial. Until the next session, goodbye. Once again, if you are brand new here to my channel, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell icon. It would also be amazing if you could share this video with all of your friends and family members to help us grow. Thank you so much for your incredible support. Once again, thank you for all the likes and comments you send, and until the next session, goodbye.